Hello, I am here and you were there. I got saving working. It only took a few minutes in a video. I'm really glad because I was running out of shit to stream. It was this video, Godot, Gooner Nears. That's horrible, man. You should change your fucking name. Yeah, so it was really simple. What I was doing, I was trying to, and this comes from working in C#, I was trying to save a whole class that I made. This save data structure class, which we're just gonna delete. We're just gonna get rid of that. That thing's ugly. Fuck out of there. Save menu. We're just gonna put you in menu. The save menu actually works good enough. So we didn't need to make a class. I found out it's actually really easy to just use an array. If you don't know what an array is a type of variable that holds lists of other variables. They can be very confusing to newcomers. But so this used to be defined by that script that we just deleted, and then I just made it an array. So this array now, basically it holds like a key and a value. So the key that I set right here is the word player position. This is a word, it's a string, that's what it's actually called, but we're gonna call it a word for your intents and purposes. And then the value is the position of the character. And then we save that. I also didn't close the file. That might have had something to do with why I was fucking up. I had to print this, the game was saved, because you should have feedback when you do shit like that. I might... That might be some... you should have it show up, like, on the game. I might just leave that to people that use the engine. Goodness, excuse me. I don't think it's bad to leave this game saved here. Like, no one's gonna run this thing through the console. It doesn't matter. But, and then, yeah, so what we have, we store, just like what I was trying to do earlier, where I would store the variable defined by the class. Now I'm just storing the array. Arrays, when you serialize stuff, and I don't have a ton of experience with serialization, but when you store data to a file, they like simple data types. So they like integers, strings, arrays, and I think floats maybe. They don't like really complicated data types. So your own custom class might confuse the computer. It might not know how to read it correctly when you save it to a file, when you serialize it. In my limited experience with serialization, that's usually how it works. In Unity, you can make a class, but you can label it as serializable, and you have to make sure that inside of the class it only has those specific types that I mentioned. But with this, it looks like it just wants you to use an array. It's actually not even an array. This is actually called a dictionary. An array, what it usually does is it'll store values that all have to be of the same type, which I think varies. We're using a scripting language instead of a programming language. Scripting languages are a lot more loose, which the difference, scripting languages kind of just run. This is a lot. Scripting languages kind of just run. Programming languages, they have like an entry point where they're supposed to start. Scripting languages do too, but usually like whatever program that they're scripting for. Because scripting languages usually run on a program that's already made, whereas programming languages make programs. What the fuck was I even talking about? Scripting languages usually run through that program and they just go. Which means they're usually written to be a lot looser, because they're kind of meant just to like... Scripting languages exist to make your job easier, basically. That's why they're easier to get into, because their original idea was like, let's make a... Well, I'm assuming. To me, it looks like their original idea was that you could just have programmed something, and then if you need someone else to fuck with it, you're like, all right, use the scripting language. It's a lot easier than like fucking around with C++. It just does whatever you need it to. I designed it specifically to make it easier for people to read this, and that became like, oh well, JavaScript was made to make it easier to program web browsers to figure out how web browsers work. And that's why it's like one of the most popular scripting languages. Everybody fucking uses it because everybody needs to fuck with web browsers. That's a program that needs to be manipulated by other users. Yeah. If you have questions about that, please comment below. I'd love to answer. I know about programming, but I don't know like everything. So maybe if there's something where it's like I don't fucking know, maybe we'll look into it. It'd be interesting. But yeah, I closed the save and load menu. That was another thing. I would save before and it just wouldn't work. This thing still needs refined though. That's the thing. So we can load And now I'm over here. It works. We're gonna go over here and save. I think I have to press new save game instead of save one. And then load. And now I'm over here. Okay, that didn't make any sense. And now I'm over here. Cool. I'm probably going to change the save menu. What I'm probably gonna do for now, I'll probably need to make like a Final Fantasy VII-esque like save point for the demo. That way people can kind of define it. They can basically just move the save menu node wherever they want. But for a lot of my games, I don't want you to save whenever, because I make like more survival-esque games. That makes them sound a lot. Never mind. Don't worry about that. But yeah, for me. So one thing I do want to fix though, because I'm pretty sure if I save and click on the save file, that doesn't load me there, does it? Or does it just... No, okay, yeah, they didn't overwrite that. So on file list item clicked. So we need to set like if we're in save or load mode. So I think that's really simple though. Do we have save file list? Yeah, okay. Var save mode equals false. So open save menu, save mode equals true, save mode equals false. So for this, if not save mode, then we will do this shit. Honestly, yeah, let's just do that shit. And then why is dummy there then? Dummy probably needs to get erased. Let's get rid of dummy. And then we need to figure out what index is. What is index? On file list item click. Okay, that's fine. What is that? What is index? Because that's really important. What I have index as is the number in the list pointing to like what button we're using, but I don't know which. I don't know how it's telling us like what number it is. I assume that the menu is just doing it itself, but I don't know. I really don't know. Player scenes, base scene, save data UI. Okay. File list, node, int at position. Okay, index int. Okay, so it is just getting it from the button. That's good. That's good to know. Script. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? If not save mode, else create new save file. So this will create a new save file. Nope. Oops. Oh, okay. No, this is even easier. Index. So we don't even need to... Okay. So it'll take the index of whatever is in there. It'll pull it from the save file list. So that should be good. Let's see if that works the way I want it to. So we're going to move over here. We're going to save our position to save one. All right. If not save mode. We were in save mode, though. It shouldn't be doing that. It should not be doing that. Why are you doing that? If not save mode. Do you not have a not? Okay. I wonder if it's just that exclamation means something else in this language. That usually means, like, not. Okay, interesting. Save mode equals false. Open save load menu. Oh, okay, that needs to be taken off. Open save menu and then open load menu. Save mode equals false. Okay, there we go. That's weird. Open save menu. Open save load menu. Save mode equals true. Okay, okay, that's why. It was setting it to false every time. Okay. So we've saved there. We're gonna move over here. Cool, cool. If it's in save mode, so what do we do here? Create save file. We need to, now this is the next part. We need to make it to where it can make multiple save files. So, ooh, that's gonna be weird. Okay. Create new save file. Load save files to list. So we need to get every file on here. Save file list. Oh, this is gonna be weird. Okay. We need to get every file on here. So get all files in a directory. See, nope, Godot. And then we also need to make sure this has a saves directory. And I'm pretty sure the user directory is that like this. Yeah, this should be this project. So open in file manager. I don't see a save file here. That's interesting. I figured I would. That's very interesting. User. Oh, okay, user. It's user. I feel like we should move that to res. Just so that we have it here. Is that a good idea? Good idea. Save files in res folder Godot. Where should I store the save file? I feel like putting it in res is fine. Godot solves this for you, just store it in user. I'm gonna use user. That's gonna be annoying. My computer's kind of set up fucking weird. My user's not on my C drive. I had to like do some weird commands to move it somewhere on my O drive. I think I know where it's at. But so like I'm gonna have to look up like where is Godot's user folder at? And then it'll be like, it's here, and I'll be like, okay, no, it's actually here. That's some work we'll have to do later. But for now, user slash saves slash. Okay. Create new save file, on file, item list clicked. Okay, load save files. So we need to load files. Load files from directory Godot. Can I load like a list of files from the directory? File name equals dir get next. Ooh, that's gonna be weird. Check this method. Okay. Resource loaded. Oh, let's just look at the file access one actually. File access at open get did I type find all files from directory Godot. Dir access. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Dir access.open. Set is created with a static method. Okay. Dir access equals dot open path. Dir list dir begin. What is list dir begin? What is list dir begin? Initialize the stream used to list all files using the get next function. Get next. Oh, we should probably make dir. We should probably like make dir if we're gonna do that. So open load menu. Load save files to list. So at this point right here, dir access dot make dir absolute. Is there not just a make dir like it says right here? Okay. Do we need to like make an instance? Okay. Okay. How about we'll just make a no, we won't do that. We don't need to constantly have dir open in RAM. Make dir absolute. Let's try make dir absolute. What does absolute mean? Static version of make dir. Supports only absolute paths. Okay. I don't know what the fucking absolute path is, but I hope it's this. Let's go back and see what an absolute path is, so I don't fuck that up. Okay. Let's go to home. Absolute. Okay, so I was worried absolute meant I couldn't use user. Like, it literally needed to be a path with, like, the O drive thing and everything. That's good. That's really good. Okay. Make dir access dot make absolute. What is this shit? Oh, oop, I did that on accident. I made that twice. There's already a variable named file. So we have dir access, load save files to list. Var saves dir equals dir access dot open, and then we'll just do that. User slash saves. I'm sorry, this part's gonna be the most boring part, but it is really necessary, especially to make this engine like scalable. Because this hits on a few things. One, saving you just need to do at the start of the game. That's a very good tip that I heard on like Twitter back in the day. Is like make your save structure at the beginning of the game, so you don't have to go back and like figure out every little fucking thing you need to keep track of, like halfway through the fucking game. Make your save structure at the beginning of the game. It's really, really good practice. And then stuff like the being able to slide your character around with like debug tools. There's a reason like old games had debug tools. And there's also a reason you could access them through cheat codes. It was easier that way. They didn't have like a Unity editor. We don't have a Unity editor right now where we can just like move variables around in the game. It's really useful to have a tool where you can do that when you're making games. And then what else? What was the other thing we're doing right now? Multiplayer. There's a reason. I'm sure a lot of you have heard this, but if you haven't, like, multiplayer is kind of a bitch to implement. It's a different design philosophy entirely. And it's very clear, like, you can make games single player that have a multiplayer framework. But if you want to do that, and I do want to make a multiplayer game with this at some point, you kind of need to do it from the start. You need to make sure that the game is, like, able to do multiplayer from the start. So I want to do that before we get into anything crazy. And it is going to take like a little while, but hopefully not too long. I don't think a lot of these things are that... Multiplayer I don't know enough about. Might be a little bit complicated, but a lot of these things are going to be like, it's fine. It's going to take a little while, but hopefully it won't be like too long. Okay. While file name equals... Oh, okay, that's a really easy way to get every file. Okay. So, let's do... Is there a for loop in Godot? I can't remember. I feel like there is. Godot. I feel like I've used it before, but I can't remember. Okay. For I equals... I feel like for loop's probably not the right one there. Var I equals 0. Var file name equals saves dir dot get next saves dir dot get next while... Hi, Neo. My cat is sniffing my bag full of sweaty gym clothes and tampons. What's up, buddy? Who's your good boy? Found out recently, I love birds, Birds are my favorite animal, like, by far, because they're just little, like, fucking autistic gremlin people like me. And, I found out that, like, you can't pet them in certain ways. Like, you can't pet them on the back and shit like you can a cat, or they start getting horny. And, like, it's really easy to make them, like, fall in love with you, and I was just like, holy shit. And then the fuck, this is, like, you know, I'm, like, kind of crazy. The thing was, I wasn't, like, oh, that makes me, like, not want a bird as much. I can't, like, cuddle. I was like, no, that's fucking awesome. Not that I can molest the bird. That's not what I meant. I'm just like, that means I have to respect these motherfuckers a little more. Like, I have to treat them like a human. It's like, you can't touch them in certain places. That's weird. It's like, that's fucking cool. Something about that. I keep, like, thinking about getting a bird, but I'm like, I don't want to I literally am just like, I've heard you can, like, befriend crows, but it's, like, illegal to keep them as pets. I'm just like, I just want a crow to, like, hang out with. I don't know. I don't know. I fucking love birds, though. They're so cool. They're the coolest fucking animal ever. Other than octopi. Octopi are my favorite animal. But, I don't know. Birds might overtake them. I see a lot more birds than octopi. I see a lot more dead octopi, and I see a lot more alive birds. And I hate when I see a dead octopi. It pisses me off so much. I'm like, why would you fucking kill this guy? Because you want to eat? That makes sense, but fuck you. Plus I. Save game I. Save. Plus I. I plus plus, and then file name equals saves dir.get next. Okay, what? Okay, weird. Okay, I do need to see the user folder Godot. Oh, okay. How about this? How about instead of deleting those files, open saves slash file saves plus file name. How about that? Instead of, like, setting the name, and then we'll just make it file name again. And then I don't think we actually need that part. Create new save file. Index. Create new save file. How about this? So we've gotten every file name. Right, let's just make sure that works real quick. That should be pretty easy. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, because we haven't made a save game in there yet. Let's try removing the saves part. Let's try that. Yeah, let's just try that. What the fuck? I don't think I saved that, that's why. What the fuck? Why aren't you showing my files? I guess that's fine? Oh, I hope that's fine. Saves dir, file save, get next. Oh, you know what that is? There's probably a lot of shit in there that isn't being used, so let's do that. Let's try this. Let's create a new save file with our weird, like, not fully done. And then load. It's not fucking saving it. Huh. Are we going even through this? Okay, we're not even hitting the loop. What the fuck's happening? File access, create save file. Will make you different. I've never used... I think I've written Hello World maybe like twice in my fucking life. Create new save file. Okay. File access open. So we should have a saves folder. Why are you not populating the list? What? Saves dear. That's really weird. Yeah, let me try this. Okay, we're gonna try that. It says os.getDataDir. What is it? This print os.getDataDir. Okay, we're gonna try that off screen. I want you guys to see my file structure. Print os.getDataDir. Oh, oops. Closing doesn't have an opening counterpart. Okay. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Stop it, you're being immortal. Okay. That makes sense. How do I clear you? Cool. I'm really bad at keeping my fucking files secret from you gremlins. I just did. Okay. It's not that big of a deal, but it's like, it is smart to like not fucking do that. Saves maybe? Let me find... Is it Godot maybe? Godot... Is it just cross-thread engine? How the fuck... It's in app data. Oh, okay, there is just a folder here. So save game.dat. Why is it not showing that? That's really weird. Dir access saves dir.getNext. Print file name. What happens if I print the file name? Why the fuck aren't you loading anything, kitten? Load saved files to list. It's not even printing this. What the fuck? Load saved files to list. Open load menu. That's interesting. Why are you not... Is there like an error or something? No. Why the fuck is it not doing that? It's very weird. Oh, oops. Whatever. It's just not running that function for some reason. Okay, that's working. Is saves... Is it freezing or something, maybe? Is that why? No, okay. I was thinking, like, maybe it's getting hung up right here. What is happening? That's really weird. Okay, it's clearly working there. It's just not printing the file name for some reason. What the fuck? Let's print saves dir. Dir access print saves dir.getNext. Blah. As if I can at least get it to print part of that line. That's really weird. What the fuck? What the fuck? Does it maybe need to be... I know, like, files are fucking weird sometimes. I wonder if it's that I didn't put a slash at the end? No. What the hell? saves dir equals dir access dot open user slash saves. Dir access dot open. Okay, I'm dumb. I didn't fucking. I literally read that. They want you to put dir list to begin. I'm fucking stupid. Okay, that makes sense. And then we'll put the I right here. Nope. Come on. Come on, kitten. Do what Daddy asks you, please. Else Daddy'll have to get his fucking whittling stick out. You don't want to see Daddly. You don't want to see Daddly's whittling stick. That motherfucker's been cut up for ages. Save game.dat. Okay, cool. Cool. We can add, if you really want, we can add something where you can name the save files. I might, as I'm developing the first game with this, I'll probably add functionality. A lot of things where it's like, oh, this would be cool to have, I'm probably going to add it later. Like I said in like the first video, one of the cool things as I was making this engine in Unity was that like, as I made other games with it, it kind of worked like Github where I could just like feed it back into the main like engine. It was cool. Okay, so we've got that. Create new save file. So what is that? Create new save file. Do we need to pass index? Index. Create new save file. Index. Would that work? Save game plus index plus dat. I think that would work. Right? I'm pretty sure that would work. Or I would just give it a number. Save game. Oh, oops. String. Oh, I didn't. I thought that was how you concatenated. Stop fucking typing random shit. How do you concatenate? Concatenate is when you add stuff to a string. Like a string of text. When you add something, when you add a variable to a string of text, that is called concatenation. Cobra, make a program that tells you what your JoJo stand would be based on your mother's maiden name and favorite teacher in elementary school. Also the name of your first pet. I feel like I wouldn't trust that unless I used AI. Or like maybe I could use like astrology. What's up though, Abe? I'm trying to think. The way that JoJo stands are made is based on your personality, so that would be cool though. That I literally think like ChatGPT already does that like way better than anything I could make. It would because like that's not based on anything. That's based on like random arbitrary rules, you know. It'd be a neat like trick, but I just shat all over your fucking idea. I'm so sorry. Concatenate string Godot. Damn it! What is it? Oh yeah, they're commas. I forgot about that. It's commas. That shit is so weird. That happens in a lot of scripting languages, if I remember correctly. Not index, not conk, not cock. Stop saying cock. Oh wait, what the fuck? Do I need to float for decimal? What the fuck? What are you talking about? I thought it was it uses the plus operator. Oh, they need to be converted to strings. I was right at first. String. Checkmated by an indie game, dude. My life is ruined. How goes the programming? Pretty good. I'm sorry for ruining your life. Take that. Load. Okay. Did I not? Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go over here. I think that worked. Cool. Let's save over here. And then that didn't do what I wanted it to. Why did that not... That's interesting. Okay. Huh. It's only making one file. It's going about this well. I said it earlier, I'm doing a lot of stuff that, like, feels tedious, but it's really fucking important. Saves, dear, get next. Did I forget? Saves plus file name. Create new save file. String index. Create new save file. On... Create new save file. File access. So if you make it 0, huh? Create new save file. Let's do save file list dot length. Count, I think. That'll give us like how many save files we already have. Okay, length. Array, Godot. This shit is like the most... We will get to the cool, like, oh, you've got an RPG engine, you're, like, throwing spells and shit, I swear to God, but I think it's gonna be, like, 2 streams from now. Just, that's kind of the nature of game dev. You gotta do all this boring shit before you can do the cool shit. You still gotta do cool shit. I can show you this, we'll give you some candy. So for the game that I'm planning on doing first, I started... One thing you gotta... I'm learning, especially in games, is you need to, like, work on art assets, like, in between programming. I have a really bad habit of just constantly programming, because that's, like, what I'm the most comfortable with. But you need to work on art, too, and I'm glad I'm at least a good artist. But, so, the game that I want to make first with this, I'm setting in Japan, and I've been modeling this map. I gotta do a lot with this. God, your audience is literally demanding a complete game. I know. I want to set the game in Japan and in Korea, so I'm modeling this map, and what I want... Right now I'm just modeling it. What I want to do eventually is make it into, like, a full open world you can kind of, like, move around in, like, Final Fantasy VII. This will be, like, the overworld for the game, and then there's going to be, like, little cities around here and shit and some other stuff. Like, I've watched for 5 minutes and I've wanted a AAA game. I can go back to playing... Let me just play video games. Fuck this shit, Abe. I'm just gonna play video games. Sick of this. I was actually playing... yesterday I played this Sonic clone game that was really cool. What is it called? Rollin' Rascal. That game's really cool. I've been playing it today and getting a lot better at it. I was gonna play it, and then I sat down and I was just like, I also need to look at this, because this is like my main user base. Like, what... This is the stream that I'm getting the most views on, so I'm like, let me work on this too. And then I immediately figured out what I was doing wrong. But let me... Where's length? Length... Dot... Is it just dot length? But I'm getting good at that. Is it size? Okay, it is size. Save file list dot size. Yeah, size will always return. So when you're doing arrays always start at 0, and then the size or length or whatever function that is used to tell you how many items are in there doesn't start at 0. So it's really useful if you just if you ever need to, like, add something to an array and you need the index to be one more. The index that you're inserting, like the number in the list that you're inserting something at in the array, you need it to be more than what's already in the array. Length, size, whatever function tells you how many are in the array is always going to be one higher than the actual numbers in the array that are telling you where stuff is. Finally, the artist caves into his audience demands, demonstrating he's a slave to capitalism. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, new save game. Go over here. Save game 2. Did that work? I think that just reset me. Let's go back here. Save, new save. Save game 8? What? And they're not even working. What the fuck? Huh. What the fuck? What's happening? Why are they saving that number? What the fuck? Hold on, what? Save file list. While file name. I think save file list needs to be clear. Why aren't they saving that data there, though? Okay. So this should make, like, save file 5, right? 4? Okay. What the fuck is happening? Where's save file list being defined? Okay. Save file list dot clear. File list dot clear. I don't think save. Where's save file list? Is this okay? That's up there. That's why save file list wasn't being cleared clearly. But then on file list item clicked. Yeah, that should only be active when save file list is active. What in the fuck? Okay, does that consistently... I just said, like, this only will give you the number above. Was I just wrong? Is that, like, why? 5. Okay. Yeah, that looks like it. That's really weird. And then it's not giving... So, let's just do +1. That's really weird. I've never seen that happen before. So that should be save file 6. Save file 7? What are you fucking doing? What is happening? Why aren't you saving data there? Okay. What the fuck is this? Print. We're gonna print save file list. Oh no, we need to print save file list dot size. Actually, let's do that up here. Let's do that both places. Create new save file list. Save file list dot size. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's getting that size right. Right? Is the debugger saying anything? Okay. On file list item clicked. If not, save mode. Okay, so we need to run that in save mode. So 7. It had 7 files there. That one was actually... So let's save over 8. That's really weird. Okay. Create new save file. Is it just fucked up for me having too many save games, maybe? Let's try this. Okay, go over here. Okay, okay. Now it's working. Let's make a new save. I think it was just messed up for me having too many save games. No? Okay. It's loading the last one. It's very weird. Print save file list dot size dot index. What? Okay. Print index. Why is it not printing that index? So that's 1. And that's 0. Did they swap? What the fuck? Oh, they did. Wait, no. I saved that one second. I know I saved that one second. So we're going to save a new game here. What in the fuck is happening? It's like it's going in reverse. Okay, that's a simple solution though? I think what I need to do is just flip the array. Can you just flip an array? Yeah, just array invert. Let's just do that. Load save data. Var flipped array. I don't know why it's happening, but I don't really fucking care. It doesn't really matter. It's a very easy solution. Now that could lead to a problem later. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's try loaded data.invert. Oh, wait, no. Set position. I think that was the wrong part. I know some of the words you're saying. Let me know if anything's confusing. I would love to explain it to you. Okay. What is loaded data? Loaded data... Nothing about programming. Nothing about programming. That's a young man's name now. It's not. It's not. All their jobs are getting replaced by AI. Save file list. So maybe invert the save file list. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Okay. So var flipped array is save file list. That's fucking goofy. I don't know why that flipped the fucking array. What are you doing, dog? What are you talking about? Do you mean reverse? I can't read. That is not a function. What are you fucking talking about? Because it returns void. Equals save file list. Okay, whatever. Flipped array dot reverse. Let's try that. Bro, stop. I wish it would like. I don't know. I wish it would. Unity, you can like do that. Okay. So now we got 1 and we got 0. Okay. Saving works. Saving fucking works. I'm so happy. Saving goddamn works. That's awesome. Now, like I said, we need to put like a little Final Fantasy 3 set, not 3. We need to put a little Final Fantasy 7 like save point right here. So save data UI. We'll make that. Should we make that scenes? Sprites. There's scenes and then there's prefab scenes. We're gonna call it a prefab scene. Folder. Prefab scene. So like scenes are obviously like this, like a literal fucking scene that you can like navigate around. Sprites. Oh, I already had like player scenes. I think prefab scenes are important too. We can put them under scenes. I might have explained it before. So Godot is kind of weird. Unity classifies scenes and game objects. Like this guy right here is a game object. He's an object in the game. Godot classifies this scene, like this environment that we're in, and game objects is the same thing. That kind of makes sense if you know how it's working. But when you're actually fucking with stuff, it's probably good to differentiate what types of scenes and game objects that you're using. So I've got a folder for player scenes. I'm gonna make a folder for let's start with the node 3D, add child node, CSG. Let's do a CSG. Fuck it. Oh no, let's just do a node 3D. Node 3D. We'll call you save point. Save point, and then I'm gonna add a CSG box. CSG is really cool. It basically just lets you make a little shape, and you can actually like build scenes out of it. This thing, I like CSG. It's pretty cool. So you can just fuck with it. They have a thing in Unity called Pro Builder that you have to like download and install. And here Godot is, with it's just like, nah, it's just here. Fuck it. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm gonna try to make him look like a little spinning crystal, maybe. I'm not gonna make him look like an actual crystal. I'm just gonna like make him look a little weird and esoteric. So yeah, we got that motherfucker here. Look at this bastard. He probably beats his wife. And then he needs. So we've got. We're just gonna let you shape. And then we have save data UI. We're gonna put you under save point. We have shape. Oh, you need to be a different color. You need to be a different color. Inspector, child. Anyway, it's a really bad habit I have, just rhyming certain words together, like blender, sex offender. I don't know if it's a bad habit. Instances like that, it's probably a little weird and obtuse. Oh shit! Hooray! Let's go. Now, what exactly are you programming? I know it's the game, but is this like movements or? So, what I'm doing here is like a save system. This section right now. I'm doing a couple different things. Because like when you're programming, you kind of need to like establish some things early. Because some really important things need to be established early. Saving is one of them. You need to save. You need to be able to save like the second you start your game. Just because it's like there's a lot of things you keep track of in a save file. You want to make sure that you have like infrastructure built so that you can do that early, so you don't have to like go back and figure out everything later when you're already halfway through the goddamn game and you're like, all right, cool, we've got all these villages. How many things do I need to keep track of for the villages? You know, like there could be like a bunch of different like switches you need to set that need to be. I hope this isn't confusing. Like especially in an RPG, like so you'll have like a bunch of switches for like different things in the story. Like if you go into a village and you've already completed a certain quest, you want to make sure that the boolean, if you know what that is, or the switch that's been set to say that you've completed this quest is turned on even when you turn the game off and load it again. So that every time you go back to the village, they don't hit you with the same like do this quest, you know. So that's why you kind of make sure you have saving early, just so you already have an infrastructure for like, all right, I've made this quest, and now I can quickly just put this thing in our save file so that we can save it. But saving itself is like a whole process, so you have to set that up first. So I'm doing saving, and then next I think I'm doing debug tools. Unity is really, it has debug tools like basically built in. You can just kind of go into the game with Unity and just move shit around like while it's running, and that's fucking great. Godot doesn't have that. It's like the one thing Godot has was like, damn, I wish I was using Unity. But a lot of those things aren't that hard to implement. Like, you just kind of gotta, they're work, but it's not like hard work. Where is my water? I will be right back. But yeah, so I'm getting the debug tools implemented next, and then multiplayer. I want to be able to. Multiplayer is going to be kind of weird. The game's going to run as a multiplayer game, but you probably won't have multiplayer in a lot of these games. But it basically will spawn in and treat your game as a server. Like, it'll spawn your character in and treat the game as a server. I think that's how I kind of have it in my head. I might change that though. Yeah, give me 1 second. Pissing in the bottle. Pissing in the bottle. Pissing in the bottle. Piss. Pissing in the bottle. Gonna drink it on screen. And you can't tell because the screen is green. Pissing in the bottle. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, that's fucking good. Tastes like limestone. Okay, but so what we're doing right here, because I think a lot of my games will have like a save point instead of an actual, like, you know, in Pokemon you can just press start and save. This will make it possible, but why are you, what are you talking about? I didn't do nothing. Is it shape cast? Is it collision shape? But yeah, so this thing will let you walk up to the save point and just open it. And then just open the save menu instead of like instead of Instead of being able to do that, just because I'm probably gonna do that more in my games. Like I think I said earlier, my games are a lot more. You're trying to like get through a harsh world. I don't want you to just feel safe all the time. Trigger, collider, Godot. Let's see that. I've done this, but I can't remember exactly how to do that. An area node. Okay, thank you. I thought that's what. I didn't remember the name, but I was like, yeah, there's something like that you can use. Area. Area 3D. This should be. Oh fuck. Okay. You need to be moved out of here. So. Stop that. This needs to be moved here. Transform. 0, 0, 0. And then save point moved out. I hate when that happens. It happens so often in game engines. Or you accidentally, like, put, You put, like, the parent at, like, at the 0 mark, like, at the very center of the game world, and then you put the shape where you actually want the object. So then when you, like, if this was... So, like, right now, I can just press that and then just move this around. But, like, the way I had it earlier... Here, I can show you. It's actually, like... It's also, like, the reason that my camera works the way it does. But so now, save point's at 0, 0, 0. I put shape under save point. And then when I want to just move save point... Look at that weird shit. I have to start moving... That's so weird. Like, don't do that. But now, no, this works perfectly. I love that. That gets me giddy with fucking disgusting glee. Gravity... I'm pretty sure... Yeah, collision... Yeah, okay. Input... I can't remember how to fucking do that. To check if something enters or exits the area. Okay. Node... Area entered. Okay, perfect. So that is basically Unity's, like, trigger collider. Unity's really weird, because it uses the physics engine a lot. A lot of game designers, like... Or a lot of game design I've done, they're like... Physics engine is, like, separate from a lot of things. But with Unity, like... Everything is kind of run through the physics engine. It isn't bad, it's just a different way of doing it that I don't think is super common. I don't know, I've only fucked with a few game engines, honestly, the more I think. Well, no, that's not true. SFML, or Liched, these are like old-ass C++ engines. SFML's not that old. SFML and Liched have it kind of separated. Unity has it, like, completely fucking integrated. And then Godot has it kind of separate. Game programming is so elusive to me, I'd rather pay a foreign dev studio to do it and I take all the credit for it. Dude, that's how I felt about music. I swear, that's the thing with learning, it's just like, I don't know, for me it's like, I had a lot of fear about fucking up, and it's just like, you kind of gotta fuck up and like work on it, you know? Like, I'm only this good at this because I've been doing it for like 10 years. And, like, now I'm starting to get music. The other thing is, like, kind of understanding the building blocks of how to do what you're doing. It's like, I didn't get into drawing until my teacher was like, so you need to understand shapes and identify the shapes in the world. And those are the tools that you need to construct your drawings. And with music, it was kind of the same thing that you were talking about for the longest time, where, like, people were just like, people would talk about, like, scales and keys and shit, and I'm just like, I don't know what, you're speaking fucking Spanish to me. And then all I had to do was just, like, look up what they meant, and I was like, okay, now I'm kind of getting it. Like, I can show you, like, I started working on, like, a really short song that I might start putting songs in my videos or in my games, because I genuinely want to make music, like... This song's called Fuck Yeah, The Matrix right now. Damn it! I was like, what is that sound? That's the day and night thing that's playing in the background. But yeah, that's just like, that's the thing, is it's like with any art form, learn the building blocks and you'll kind of like... I think it's always good to, like, do that at least, even if you're not going to pursue it, because it's like, okay, now I can, like, speak your language, kind of. Programming's building blocks are kind of weird. It's variables and functions. They're a little obtuse. They're a little obtuse, but, yeah. Is it collision shape 3D? shape. We're gonna do a sphere. We're gonna make this motherfucker. Just collab with Bet. She makes excellent music as if you're living in a small town in Oregon in the 1980s. She does. Yeah. I do have one. I had an idea for a song that I was gonna ask Bet about if I ever made it. I'm trying to remember if... I remember thinking, like, I should ask Bet if I want to do this, but I'm trying to remember if it was an actual song that I came up with, or if it was just like, I want to cover artificial suicide. I don't think it was. I don't think that's what it was, but I had, like, some idea for a song. Because artificial suicide's, like, all screaming. I don't think it was that. Okay, so now we've got this sphere. Area 3D. Area entered. What do we got here? So when the area is entered, we want... this thing needs a little, like, spiggy. What is the player made out of again? Is it just... it's 3D sprite. So we need, like, an indicator that you're in the save area that you can use it. Sprite 3D. Sprite 3D. We're gonna use the Godot icon. Hell yeah. Get that motherfucker up there. Hell yeah. Damn, girl, you fucking... you look like Shapiphany. I don't even know who the fuck that is, but you look like her. Damn, girl. It's not billboarding. How did you billboard? Default player, character body, sprite builder, body sprite. How the fuck did I get you to billboard? Oh, okay, it's right there. So base scene, sprite 3D, indicator. Bet's music is really fucking good though. I love her stuff. Process. I had a weird ass dream last night where I fucking like, I can't remember what happened exactly, but I like hung out with Kurt Cobain in my dream. And then it was this thing where I was just like the whole day, I was kind of like singing songs, and I was like, now that I had this like weird spiritual experience in my dream where I hung out with Kurt Cobain, I want to learn more about him. But as I was like singing, I was like, I feel like Kurt Cobain would just want me to sing. I had this weird, that just has like some weird spiritual Kurt Cobain shit. What do you think the total runtime of your game would be? I don't know. I really don't know. RPGs tend to run long. That is actually something I've thought about. So the one that I'm working on now, I really don't know. I don't have a story structure yet. I have a story idea. And I don't want to like say what it... fuck. You know what? Committing to shit has like worked. Like, there's this weird thing with committing to shit where it's like, okay, it makes it more stressful, but it also gives me the opportunity to like commit to something and like have to make it now. And that's kind of good. Hello, Samula.
How the fuck do you know it's me?
I know everything about you, woman.
No, you fucking don't.
I literally know how many fucking hands you have on your fucking finger.
How many, bitch?
2. See?
You're stupid, it's 3.
What?
Hi, babies.
What? Okay. What do you think the total run got? Don't say it. Okay, I'll save it for later, because I might change. It could always change. I don't think I'm gonna. Let me experience it as a consumer. Okay, yeah, fuck it. I mean, you'll also get to see me, like, making it. I'm gonna stream myself developing it. But that might be exciting in its own way. Okay, so we've got this save point. We've got the indicator. Let's make menus. So this is gonna be the we're gonna have custom scripts for the project. So scripts.
I love chicken strips.
I know. The fucking OG at churches recognized me.
Yeah.
He like saw my name on my credit card. I was like, "Oh, Cobra, is that what they call you?" I was like, "Yeah."
You probably know your name for the amount of times you fucking go, bitch.
Yeah, that's why he did. It's like, thanks, Granddad.
I had to take off my fucking necklace.
Why?
Just starting to like...
chafe.
Yeah. Yours too?
I had to take off my shirt a few times when I was driving because I was like, this is not working. Nah.
Bitch, take off the necklace, not the shirt.
Oh no! I took off the necklaces and then I like still had to take off the shirt because like this right here was just chafing all over my neck.
Go focus on your fucking chicken strips.
Okay. Chicken strips. Oh god, chicken strips.
Light on or you want it off?
Let's keep it on. They need to see my disgusting fucking zit-covered face.
That looks so cool.
Thank you. You talking about like the green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do. Oh wait, you said.
Stupid bitch. What the fuck? Alright, I'll leave you alone. Fuck you.
I've had a whole
Fuck your life.
Bing bong. Alright, kitties.
Enjoy your nap.
Who the fuck said I was taking a nap?
Take off your shirt while driving. Is it that hot out there? Yeah, dude. Oh my god. I think it got me a free drink at Taco Bell. Now that I think about it, I don't think that was why. I was in Bloomington. The guy was like a redneck. Which doesn't really happen that much. Well, no. Bloomington's got some redneck ass areas. But no, I was in Bloomington. It's night. You good?
Yes!
What?
Cobra!
Yeah?
There is this. I met a new guy at work today.
You okay? Just remember, the mic's hot.
Shut up.
Okay, I don't know how much you want to talk
At
about.
work today.
Yeah.
And we talked for like a hot minute about frogs.
Aw, you little autismos.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, we were talking about frogs.
Yeah.
He just sent me a text message. I don't know how the fuck he got my number,
What?
but he just sent me a message. He's like, hey, it's Matt.
What?
Work.
What the fuck? Alright.
I'm gonna need all these boys to stop being down so bad.
Yeah.
I have options and I don't like it. I just want one.
That's odd. That's odd, dog.
Why?
I just won't return those in the scene trip before ready is called. Use on ready
I
annotation.
just want my wrestler
On ready.
man. That's all I want.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fuck all of these cute autistic giant boys.
Stalker boys.
Huh?
Stalker boys.
I guess.
How the fuck did he get your number?
I don't know. I'm about
Look,
to ask.
I told you about what happened when that happened to me. Don't fucking do it. I know you're horny, bitch. Don't fucking do it. He's
But
crazy.
he's so hot.
Yeah, so
It's
was
like breaking.
so was my ex. So was my fucking ex. Sam's describing a modern day horror movie making a choice.
No, you're just jealous he messaged me and not you.
Yep.
No,
I'm sorry,
so
Abe.
hot.
I'm so sorry he didn't message you.
He's so. No, he was just like, I hope this is the right number.
Why the fuck did he get...
He probably got my info off of my account at work.
That's so fucking weird.
No, it's because we need to be able to text each other
Oh, okay.
for like work stuff. Like he's texting me to not talk about work stuff.
Yeah, that's weird.
That means he likes me.
Yeah, it does. Huh. Alright. Alright.
I got hoes and bitches covered.
I know.
I shouldn't. The world shouldn't have made me a hoe and I did.
My precious little Samantha gets to be in her hoe phase. Abe said he's crying now.
He got mad.
Alright, I'm connecting these. So, when you enter the area... Oh, shit. On area 3D entered... Area shape entered? Body entered... Emitted when the received body enters the area. Okay, so we should have used that instead of on area entered. So these will get the specific body. And then, is there a way to indicate that the player is like the fucking player? Default player, inspector, filter properties. Can you add like a player tag Godot? Because we only want the player to be able to do that shit. Groups. Oh, groups. Okay. Node groups. Scene groups. Let's add a global group. Player characters. Yeah, okay. Can I move that down to convert to global groups? Yeah, I feel like that should be a global group. Add to group, call group. Oh, wow, groups are fucking cool. So groups let you just call a method on anyone with that group? That's cool. Check group. Godot. Is in group? Is in group? Item.is in group. Okay. So default player, what is this player entity? I don't remember this. That does give you absolute entity movement. Okay, that's fine. I feel like I can't remember why I made player entity, but I remember it was like important. Print. Let's print the body's name so we know like what's happening. Let's just yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If body dot is okay, let's just try is in group. There we go. Okay. Is in group. Okay, it has to be body. I think that's gonna do is in group for this node. Body dot is in group. Player characters. You gonna work? Okay, cool. Expected ends at the block. Okay, cool. Indicator dot show. Right? And then we need to make that a little bit different, but for now that works. Hide. You should not be on there. CSG mesh 3D and character body. Okay. So character body needs to be in the player characters group. That's important. Also, those need to be taken down. Okay. Cool. Cool. So that's working. Okay. So one thing we need to store which player. So if we are playing multiplayer and multiple characters come up to this thing, we only want it to... Bull. We can do that when we're fucking with multiplayer. For now, it's fine that just the player has to come up and do it. Yeah, that's fine. That's no, let's do it. Okay, var players present equals array. Indicator dot show players present dot add dot what do you do? Insert? How the fuck do you add shit? Fuck. Is it pop? Push? Add to array. Add to array Godot. I hope everyone understands, like, the meme of, like, a programmer's job just being to Google shit constantly is... I felt so vindicated when I saw that for the first time as a kid. It's so true. Insert body. Players present dot insert body. Players present dot remove. Can you just remove? Body. If players present dot empty is empty, then hide indicator. Else indicator dot show. Oh. Else indicator dot show. Let's try that. Okay, what the fuck is that? Insert in base dictionary. Okay, does that need to be array? Dot new, maybe? Create array Godot. Is it not just array.new? Oh, I used the wrong symbol. Okay. So that one's dictionary. I didn't know that. In Unity, dictionary is kind of different. So like I said, array... Oh, what is this? Too few arguments. Can I just push? Push back. Oh, that's why it did that. I'm fucking dumb. Okay, that's why I did that with the files. I used pushed front instead of pushed back. So we can actually... Let's go do that. Push front. We need to make that push back. And then that should make us not have to invert it. Right? I'm not used to that. I'm not used to push back and push front. That's usually like lower level coding languages use that. I'm really not used to that shit. Load 0. Now it's working. Cool. 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 Okay. Players present, push back. So I want to use push back because that's just what I'm more used to. I'm used to it always adding shit to the back. Push front's not bad. That's a really good tool to have. Push back dot remove at dot erase maybe? Yeah, okay. Body. Dot erase that value. Cool. Okay. That's awesome. We need on ready var 2D save point save data UI access as unique name var save UI equals indicator I guess that's fine. That's kind of fine. It's whatever. That naming convention is not that important. If I was working with other people, well, this is a. Yeah, let's change that. That's probably not that important for me, but it is going to be important for other people. Vile little autists like myself. That'll be like, why is it fucking named like that, you idiot? So let's get rid of the spaces. You don't get it. So save UI will hide as well when it's ready. And then process delta if players present is empty. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do action inputs? We should do that per player. Action inputs should be per player. So default player, character body. What we should probably actually do is have the save UI on the player. That's what we should probably do. That way, when we're doing multiplayer, it only spawns for that player, and they can save and no one else has to. So let's do that. Base scene. We're gonna do save data UI. We're gonna cut that motherfucker. Cut that motherfucker! Paste. Okay. Base scene. So we can just get rid of this shit right now. Save UI.hide. And then... Okay, so this is where we can actually get our player entity to do some shit. So... on ready var default player save UI equals save data UI. We'll call you a node. Save UI dot hide. Yeah, Godot? You good, homie? You wanna tell me what the fuck that was? What the hell? She just broke. What's happening? Okay. Get rid of that. Good? Okay. On ready. Let's go back to default player. On ready var save UI node equals save data UI. Save UI dot hide save UI dot set process false. So now it won't work. We're just gonna func show save UI. Show. Yeah? Yeah? Why? I'm gonna work for a bit, but not forever. I'm actually gonna leave here in a little bit. How long have I been streaming? Okay. I don't. I'm assuming around like 5 or 6. Does that sound okay? Fuck yeah. That's awesome. Okay, set save UI. Set save UI show. Okay. Show hide. Can I just do set visible? No, okay. Is there, what the fuck is that thing called? Oh, there's this really cool like gamer shit you can do with with C#, where you basically how do you do that? Save. I don't think I could do that. Okay, just if show. There's a cooler gamer way to do that in C#, but I don't know if you can do this. Let's do it here. Save UI dot show. What the fuck was it? It's hide and hide Godot. What is the opposite of hide in this fucking thing? You show hide. Can I just put dot? I'm just gonna do visible. Save UI dot visible equals show. Set save UI false. There we go. Var can save. Equals false. Var can save equals false. Save point, players present. Oh, okay. Players present. Enable player body to save. Disable player body from saving. So body dot, what is it, dot parent? Godot. Okay, so body dot get parent dot can save equals true, and then can save equals false. Okay, and then on the player entity, process input, so we'll have a function. How base player controller? Maybe this needs to be How is this? Where is base player controller on? That's interesting. Did I fuck that up in a weird way? We might have to move this. Let's move that to the player. Let's just move that to the player and get rid of the player controller. So we don't need that. I don't think that's serving us. Is it? I don't think that's like helping us in any way. Process input. Process input. Yeah, I think that's better to have there. Okay. Is that entity movement? Process input, delta. We need the delta. Do movement. Func. Func, do movement, delta. Do movement delta. Do button, do accept button delta, just in case we need the delta. Func, do accept button delta. If so, we'll put save data first. If can save save UI dot visible. Oh, show save UI. Set save UI show true. Okay. Oh, if can say, let's put that under like an input. Project, what are my inputs actually? Input map. Choose my controller, put like action A. Actually, we'll just do like E. We'll just do Skyrim controls. So E, add. Alright, motherfucker. E. Action. Accept. Oh, action accept. So if input dot get button dot button. How do you check button pressed? Godot press detect button connection. No, fucking check key pressed Godot. Is action just pressed? Okay. Is action just pressed? Action accept. And then if can save, set UI to true, and then return. Right? Okay. That should work for that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create an abstract function. This is a function that can be like redefined if we want to make... This will make it basically if you want to add something here, you don't have to like delve into my code. You can do it yourself a lot easier. All you'll have to do is basically make a new script that extends player entity and then put it over your player entity. So func abstract do accept button delta pass. So this is just a useless function. It doesn't do anything, but you can define it if you want. You can recreate it and then rewrite what it does. You can extend this class and then rewrite what this function does. So and the use case for that is I'm thinking like, oh, someone would probably want to put like a confirm sound right here. That's where you would do it. You would rewrite this function and just put a confirm sound right here. So do accept button, delta. Okay. There's more I need to do here, but let's just check and see if this works. Save UI to set visible show. Is a value of base object type node. Save UI. Set. Oh, maybe that needs to be converted then. Default player. This probably needs to be converted into something else. Copy node path. Expand. Change type. Probably control maybe. Let's try that. Okay, that seemed to work better. Oh, I forgot that. Let's change that. Let's change that button. We don't need that to be Skyrim. We'll make the accept button. We'll just make it the mouse click. Left mouse button. Yeah, that works. I forgot that was the camera control. That's cool. Oh, fuck. Okay, we still have orientation. Oh, that's weird. We need to fix that. Oh, okay, it's only going... So we need to make that to where... That's interesting. Okay, we need to make that to where that camera moves correctly with that. But for now, we're still working on other stuff. Yeah, and we also need to make it to where it freezes right here. Did it say unable to save? What? Unable to load. Interesting. What the fuck? Why does it say unable to save and unable to load? What the fuck? First of all, this needs to be moved out here. I always just move these to like the resolution of the screen. What these do is they like rescale your stuff based on your UI size. And I don't like it. I wish they just by default were always out there. Maybe that's a little monkey brain, but I don't fucking care. Why can't I move them? Title, inspector, horizontal alignment, center, and then what is this? Does it say unable to save and unable to load? Oh, it was saying choose file to save and choose file to load. Okay, so the UI was just fucking up there. I thought it was saying unable. Why is it not letting this show up though? Did it like shrink or something? I bet it did, because that's a control now. Basing. Yeah. That's probably why. That's weird. Okay. Save menu. Layout. This node doesn't have a control parent. Layout direction, layout, direction inherited, layout mode, position, anchors, custom, full rect. Why aren't you letting me change these? That's so fucking weird. It basically shrunk them down. That shit. UI is so fucking annoying sometimes. It's probably because I'm doing it like in a dumbass way. Can I please... Okay, we're gonna just change you back. There was something just a second ago where it was... Okay. I don't know why... Okay, we changed the input action there. That was weird. Action accepts. That should be mouse. Okay, we still got this here though. So what is... Yeah, okay. We need to get you motherfuckers out of here. We need to reparent you. You need a new home. Save data UI. We're going to change type to control. And then now, can I put you in there without fucking up? Nope. Okay. Layout direction based on locale. Fucking hell. Layout direction left to right. Fucking hell. Okay. Let's try change type to just node 2D. No? Seriously? Let me fucking use this. Change type node 3D? Make it a little hacky here. I just don't want you to fucking erase that menu for no reason. Okay. I guess that fucking works then. No, it doesn't. God damn it. Change type container, maybe? Why in the fuck are you doing that? Anchor's present, full rect. Clip contents is on. Layout direction. Transform. Is it just shrunk super low or something? Clip contents. Container sizing. Why can't I change this? Use container properties for positioning. Transform. Oh my god, this shit is so fucking annoying. 100. Okay. That's so dumb. Whatever. I'm changing your type to control. Okay, so now I get what you're fucking trying to do, you weird fucking... We might not need... There's a player's parent node I just realized that's in there. We might not need that. Player parent, player's parent equals get child. Oh, okay. I might have fucked this up a little bit. Player's parent. Alright, that's something to consider, but we need to fix this first. So, close button, shrink you down back to fucking here, where you goddamn belong. Okay, that looks like it's fine. And then the other problem is that this is pulling from the player's parent, which it shouldn't be doing. We can save, like, other positions. Let's make player's parent, so on ready, player's parent equals get parent dot get parent. Will that work? I think that'll work. It's a little ghetto, but whatever. Cool. And then we need to close the menu and hide the menu. Close loaded save menu. And then player entity. Where's the show? Set save UI. Yeah, there we go. Save point, save menu. We need to set this false and false. So that way that'll close that shit too. Hide. That works. Not found on base self. What do you fucking mean? Oh, because it's control. Controls, nodes don't have hide, but control does. Okay. So this load 0. You should hide the goddamn UI, you son of a bitch. The fuck are you doing? Try that maybe. No, set process false shouldn't happen after that. Remove child. Why the fuck is it not going away? Yeah, what the fuck? That made it go away. But then on file list item clicked, it's not getting rid of it. That's really weird. Load save data, loaded data, parent position. Why is it not getting rid of it then? But it got rid of it the other time. That's really weird. On file list item clicked. What the fuck? Debugger, anything? No? What in the fuck? Okay, if I put you right here, will that fucking appease you, you weird motherfucker? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to your mother? Your mother loves you, Morty. Oh, you know what that is? You know what that probably is? I bet it's firing the open thing again. So let me print blah. I bet it's doing that twice or something. DS. Yeah, okay. It's running that twice while I'm still there. That's why. So that's interesting. So that's a part of the next step actually. That's I'm glad it did that. We need to pause the game when it's doing that. Pause game Godot. Start by creating a button. Get tree.paused equals true. Assigning true to scene. Doing this will cause the behavior of certain nodes will stop or start depending on their process mode. Okay, so your process mode needs to be changed. Node layout process mode inherit when paused. So get tree.pause is what needs to happen. So get tree or let's do it in save. Well, no, okay. Yeah, get tree dot paused equals true. Get tree dot paused equals false. So let's see. That should fix what I have going on here. You should fuck. Oh, okay, okay. That's actually fine. No, that's not fine. Why the fuck is it doing that? Is it like root, maybe? Root tree pause Godot. Is it get tree for like the whole thing, or is it just get tree? That's weird. What is get tree? Godot. Scene tree is a class. The get tree returns. Okay, what did it send into the main loop? I'm assuming get tree is like the whole fucking node structure, right? Get tree dot paused equals true. Maybe we'll do that here. We'll do that when we show equals show. Maybe. Set save UI equals show. Let's try that. Bro. Why is that? Oh, pass. Stop, you fucker. That's still so much less annoying than like what literally got me here to stop using Unity. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Dog, you can't you can't fucking do that. It didn't run it that time either. What the fuck? Game save DS. And then I'm telling you to stop being paused. What the fuck are you doing, dog? Set process false. Why is it not closing that fucking thing? Oh my god, that is really annoying. That might be a next time thing. We're getting pretty close on time here. I'm gonna call it. We're gonna figure out what that fuck that is next time. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you like, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you